Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Akron Zips Esports, or high school esports, that is, Combine. Today, we are going to have, or this entire program, that is, was run by Akron Zips, and it's for high school students to be able to give themselves a chance to play in front of college coaches and staff. But today, I'm going to be casting along with Ark, my co-caster here, to introduce our sponsors.
All right. I want to thank our sponsors, Audio Technica, our exclusive audio partner, SteelSeries, our exclusive peripheral partner, Archon, our jersey provider, and Gravity Gaming, our PC provider. And I want to give a big shout out and thank you to eFuse and Esports Ohio for making this event possible today.
And now moving on to our bracket here. We're going to start in the upper bracket with Milford versus Mariemont to move on to the Milford versus Mariemont. The winner goes to the championship, or goes to the winners to the championship. Loser goes down to a match versus the winner of Carmel and Hickman, our second match, and then the loser of the winners final and the winner of the bottom match goes to the losers final, and there will be a bracket reset if the bottom team does win. Both the losers bracket are best of 3. The top bracket is a best of 5, and the championship is a best of 5.
It's going to be a long and great day. I'm excited to see all of these teams play, especially this lower bracket run from Hickman. Going to be just stellar.
This Carmel Hickman match is going to be really interesting. I know Carmel was, I think, high school HSEL, I think it is, was their winner over there, and we know what was that? Milford was the winner for Esports Ohio. Those two, I expect. Do we want to give predictions, Devin? Do we want to give predictions for the day or bracket predictions?
I mean, me and Will came up with this great plan that Hickman is going to have that Cinderella story. They're going to make it to the grand finals and take down Milford. You know, bracket reset. It may be game 5, but we're hoping for the best for Hickman.
Okay. When I played yesterday, Hercules, we played both Milford and we played Hickman. Hickman knocked us out, but I think Milford was more dominant in their victory over us. They played a lot stronger on offense. Patty, being the 2K MMR player that everybody's been talking about, it's kind of just he's a rock solid player for that team, and he's going to give them a chance to be really good this season or for the rest of this tourney. And Hickman, I believe they could take out Carmel. But I don't know if it's going to be close for sure. I expect a game 3 out of that match. It just depends on whether or not Carmel can kind of just. I know Hickman is what they did is they were a bend not break defense, and when they were on defense, they just didn't let goals in, and they just were able to counterattack on us. It's if Carmel can break in Caramel, like the candy.
Yeah.
Carmel, if Carmel can break through the defense and get goals on offense.
Oh, thinking back on yesterday's, all of the series I got to cast was just stellar. You know, I was actually really impressed by this, Hickman squad. That was just something I always stood out, and I just watching them play just is something else.
Yeah, Hickman. And we are going to be moving into our first match of the day, Mariemont versus Milford. I expect this to be a pretty good match, honestly. If we at least go to game 4 here, in my opinion.
Oh, we always hope for game 5s around here, all the way.
We root for content here, always.
Oh, yeah.
As we get into game number 1 here. It's going to be the roster of Varsity, Patty, and Zemful on Milford versus the Mariemont roster of McLean, RJ, and Bickety. Getting into this first match, it's going to be Bickety taking it down the other way into the Milford corner, blocked out by Patty, though. Now Patty has control. Gonna get a flick into the corner, blocked out by RJ, though. And McLean last back. Arsenals can't get the shot. Zemful does, but it goes off crossbar. Now Patty turns back in, can't quite go for the shot, and McKitty gonna block that out, puts it aside. Now RJ back off the sidewall, gets it to McLean. McLean can't quite get it down the other way as Patty hits it back in. Now, Arcelus. He has control. He's going to hit it over to Patty. Patty hits over the sidewall, and he's going to put it center. And we've seen a lot of pressure at the beginning of this match from Milford so far, as a chance to break away comes now from Mariemont.
It is like very interesting. Under all this pressure, they are just waiting for that one opportunity to counterattack. And as we see, like right here, Biggity going out of the corner trying to pass the mid, but it was great defense from Milford to be able to get that out. But McLean though is going to put one back on net.
What a shot here from McLean. RJ going to put off the sidewall, then put it off the backboard, and then McLean getting the read, jumping from midfield over the entire defense. Bit of a risky play, but it does work out for them as he puts in goal number 1 for Mariemont here.
And also like how RJ like went up for that too, just to kind of throw in added pressure. That if McLean wasn't going to hit it, RJ was going to definitely put that in.
Yeah, it was overall really good pressure from Mariemont, but a shot now the other way from Arcelus puts the tying goal for Milford.
What a great pass play out. Patty to Arcelus. And it seems like Mariemont pushed up a little too far on that, having all 3 players around midfield.
Really good play here. Really good plays from both teams so far, as we're going to have Arcelus taking control in the midfield. He's up for this. Can he get another touch? Patty's going to take control off the backboard. It's going to be mid. McLean can't quite get a touch, and Arcelus accidentally going to bump his teammate, so goes to the sidewall. RJ gets a good clear downfield, but immediately sent back the other way by Patty. Now Zemful off the backboard, trying to get it to a teammate. McLean going to block it out, and there's a chance to go down the other way, but Zemful going to take that away. And we've seen kind of ever since the first 2 goals have been scored, it's been very back and forth from both these teams. Nobody really being able to get a stranglehold on offense.
They're definitely making good plays by keeping it to the sides, not allowing, Biggity and the other attacking squad to get up, put it right on net. Yeah. That's something, if like Milford can keep that up, then it's going to be a stalemate.
Yeah, as another shot rains in from Arcelus here. Just RJ push off the sidewall. Patty gonna get it center, and then immediately a shot coming in from Arcelus, top right corner above RJ's head. Goal number 2 for Milford in game 1 here.
What a shot indeed! These passing plays always get me excited. Like if you always nail them, they always pay off.
Passing plays for both these teams have been great. As Patty almost gets a double reset off of that one. Zemful trying to get a shot there, blocked out immediately though. So Biggity gonna put it into the Milford corner. Gonna get another touch. Can't quite get it to a teammate though. So Patty tries to take control. Blocked out by McLean. Arcelus can't quite get a touch. McLean has a chance to put in a shot. It's gonna be crossbar out though. And Patty gonna demo McLean and wants his chance to put it back in. Patty actually hits it center though, and it's gonna bounce in front of the net. Nobody pushing up, and Patty has time to hit it and pinch it away. What a close chance there from Mariemont to tie this game up in game number 1.
And stellar defense from Milford to like not be able to, let that one in.
Stellar defense for sure. Patty being all over the defensive back line as Arcelus now on the backboard. He's gonna go for the double tap. He's gonna hit off the crossbar. No, so close. We almost had a clip of the tourney almost there. Zemful gonna try to put the shot back in, blocked out by Biggity. Arcelus over RJ on the backboard now. Patty and Zemful up, triple commit from the Milford side. Maybe a chance for Biggity to put it down the other way. He's on the sidewall. RJ going to double commit. It's going to be a corner dive for Mariemont to try to get it back in the net, but Patty with a long clear down the other way.
What a shot from Zemful. They're taking it from the almost cleared ball. Biggity though passing off. What a shutdown from Zemful to be up for that ball so fast. Patty trying to hit the corner read. McLean
Can't quite get a shot off there. Now Zemful, he has control on the sidewall. Gonna hit it right into RJ though. RJ has a chance to get over Arcelus, can't quite. Now Patty under 1. It's gonna go right down to Biggity though. Hits up the sidewall, can't quite follow that one up. So it's going to be a Zemful touch. Blocked out by McLean though, down the sidewall. And nobody's really being able to get too much pressure. We've seen more pressure from Milford than Mariemont here, but it's not real like threatening pressure as Zenful actually putting a threatening shot in, putting goal number 3, a 2-goal lead for Milford now.
What a great way to win position, catching out, the Mariemont player on defense, thinking he would have time. What a fantastic play from Zimple to be able to put that in.
Yeah, definitely a good shot to realize the defense was not back in time. There's a good block there by Arcelis to keep the ball out. Patty, get kind of a flick and then control afterwards. Zenful going for this, almost gets bumped out of the way. Zenful over to Patty. Patty, top shelf shot, 4-1 lead with 3 seconds left.
It's just that 50 though. If Patty would have lost that 50, I probably would have thought it was going to be a Mariemont goal. But what great control from him, and then the pass from Zenful to Patty, spectacular.
Excellent shot from Patty. I'd say this is pretty much the end of game number 1 here. Just gonna wait for it to tick down. So Arcelis almost gonna put in a 5th. Zenful will for him. 5 goals for Milford in game 1. Pretty dominant performance in my opinion.
Ooh, dominant indeed. What a great way to keep that up and be able to convert. Stop any momentum from this Mariemont squad.
Yeah, really good first game here from Milford. So we expect them to. They've made a really good upper bracket run, beating both Oak Hills and Carmel. Really good teams, really good plays. I think was it a game? Did they go to game 5 or was it game 3 with Carmel? I can't.
It was game 5. Both upper bracket matches were game 5s all the time.
Game 5s, but really good matches. But getting into game number 2 here at the kickoff between Maddie and Bickety. Zenful sidewall blocked out by McLean. Now down the other way. Arcelis gonna put it down to Patty. Patty putting it on the backboard. He's gonna have this read now. Blocked out by Bickety. Last chance, and Arcelis putting a shot at the opposite post. No goal for Milford though. Really good defense to start out game number 2 for Mariemont.
What a very good clear as well to be able to pinch that as soon as it touched the wall. It relieves all the pressure that Mariemont was under.
Yeah, a lot of really good pinch there to get the ball away. Relieves all the pressure, as you said. But back in the midfield now. Bickety going to be up for this. Puts it down to Patty. Just waiting last back. Has control. Just doesn't go up for it. RJ goes right by, and McLean going to block that one out. Really good last chance defense. Double commit in the midfield. Going to leave a little bit of time for Milford to be able to get down the field. Patty to Zenful. Zenful on the backboard. Can he get the follow-up? Can't quite get it over McLean. Good block out there. Now Patty puts it to the sidewall. Going to read Bickety's touch off the backboard. He's going to get the double off the crossbar again. So many double taps we've seen so far this game. But the series, that is, and they've just gone crossbar out. And it's been really sad to see. It would have been a great shot there.
But they are very committed to it. Like, Milford always seems to go for that. And when it doesn't, they just have Patty roll that one in.
Patty just with a really good shot here, realizing everybody on the Mariemont squad is upfield, so he just rolls it down the other way, gives goal number 1 to Milford. A little bit of over-aggression from Mariemont. Need to cut that out to make sure they don't get scored on, keep this game close. As we see now McLean, he's going to try to dribble this over to RJ, blocked out by Patty though. Now Zenful gonna get the 50. Up to Patty. Patty to Arcelis. Blocked out by McLean. Goes straight out to Zenful. On the sidewall. Not going to go for a second touch. Goes on the ground, but it's going to be speed from Zenful to put in goal number 2 for Milford.
It is definitely interesting. 2 in net, but RJ was just out of position for that. He was too close to the near post. And he knew that, not even moving after the goal.
Yeah, really needs to be back post there if he wants to have a chance to save that ball, but still really good shot from Zenful to give a 2-0 lead to Mariemont. In the corner now. It's going to be McLean up for this. He has control. Going to get it past Patty. Not without a little touch though. And now RJ going to try to get a shot back post. Goes off the crossbar, and now Zenful has control. Pitch with Patty. Almost goes into the net, but it goes into the corner instead. Patty going to try to go for another shot. Blocked out by McLean and friends. But RJ with a long clear now to McLean. McLean almost going to get another touch, block out by Zenful. The last stance defense for Milford is really good, keeping them in this match.
And the way that Mariemont attempts to pass out works stellar. And if they do more of that in this match or in the next match, I can't see them not scoring. It works out so well for them.
Yeah, they're really good passing from their goal, puts it immediately to a teammate on the side wall. They've done that time and time again. It's been really good. Now, as we see, McLean going to doink it over one, but Patty up for this. On the sidewall, almost gets a crazy redirect, but it's going to pop straight up for Bickety. Now, RJ is going to just put it right to Arcelis, who controls, puts on the sidewall, over one. Now, down the other way, McLean jumps off the sidewall to block that one out. What a good touch. Now, Zenful going to go for the ceiling shot. It's going to go off the side wall, or the back wall, that is. Can't quite get it to a teammate. Zenful going to almost block it out there. But he's last back now here. Off the sidewall. Can he get another touch? Can't quite get it to a teammate, though, as Bickety going to put it down the other way.
Incredible defense from Milford. It makes you wonder what did they eat this morning that allowed them to just play this amazing defense. They're always alert to where that ball is.
The protein shake was jam-packed with the peanut butter today. A strong defense here from Milford. And Mariemont as well. Both these teams having pretty good defenses. Patty got to put out a shot, though. Cast a curse for me on Mariemont's side. Goal number 3 for Milford.
Sometimes can't be helped. Just look at these passing plays from Milford. Just they know exactly where they want to put it. And especially passing from the sidewall to the other side of the net would catch anyone off guard.
Patty is just, I want to just say, his shooting is amazing. He'll be anywhere on the field and somehow there's a shot on net and you have to be able to save it or else you're getting clipped on somehow. As another pass out to the Arcelis, that is, now puts in goal number 4 for Milford.
4-goal lead, less than 40 seconds left. Better not throw these.
No. That would be a story, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be an incredible story. Mariemont, 4-goal comeback. Ooh, be perfect.
Love to see it. Make the series a lot more interesting. But Arcelis with the double tap. We finally see one go through. Good shot here. Zenful going to put the shot on and blocked out by Bickety. And then Arcelis off the backboard. What a shot.
What an amazing first touch from him to be able to, generate the speed for that and be back in position to, nail that in.
Yeah, really good shooting from Milford. 5-goal lead now. Looks like this match, or at least game, or not match, but this game is going to be a 2-0 lead for Milford in the series. Just depends on whether or not Mariemont wants to try to pull a reverse sweep, as another shot going to come in. Patty with what a redirect from the midfield.
Yeah. Oh, that was perfect. Beating everybody. Double commit, going up for that ball. You would think if they cut that out, that is something I hope they change in the next game. At least in game 3.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few double commits from Mariemont, and we can see maybe their comms are a little bit clustered. But if we can see them clear up comms maybe a little bit, maybe try to get the games a little bit more of a... maybe control the ball more on their side as well. Just something to change up change up the style of the game, maybe mix it up and catch Milford off their balance.
I think if they were to go a little bit more passing sometimes, because their passing works on defense a lot of the time and Milford is not ready for it. So the adaptations that I'd like to see in this game is, if they were to clean up comms and not really go for the double commits, it would definitely leave more of an open rotation for them to slot wherever they need to be. And with them double committing, it always just catches them out of position and they always get scored on by it. They're making simple mistakes and it's easy mistakes that they can fix. So that's what I hope in this game 3. And game 3 is kind of a important game
Yeah, definitely not match point for anybody, though. Definitely not. That being said, it is match point for Milford. It's going to be certainly a game to watch as we see. Maybe the double commits. I say double commits work as long as somebody gets a hit on the ball and it's a good
Yeah,
hit downfield. If you're not getting a hit on the ball and you're just getting beat on the double commits, then you might as well just like have those two people taken off the field for 5 seconds as they try to
yeah.
rotate back.
And,
So it's
some say double the commit, double the chances.
I mean, technically that statement's not wrong, but it there's more implications than just double the chances, of course. But getting
Oh
into
yeah.
game number 3 here, I have McLean take it down the other way, blocked out by Zemful though. Patty goes for a redirect, but a good block out by RJ keeps it down the other way. But immediately countered by Milford, but a good pinch clear off the sidewall by RJ almost goes into the net the other way. McLean off the backboard now. Pickety up for this, can't quite get it through the defense. Now RJ gonna turn on this beat by Arcelus down the other way now. McLean on the backboard can't quite get it out. Now he does. Zemful tried to pass Arcelus, but RJ gonna block that one out. And immediately we've seen good chances from both these teams. It's gonna go off the backboard here. Zemful going to put in a shot, can't quite get it in. But again, as I said, we've seen really good chances from both these teams in the first minute of gameplay.
And I've definitely seen like at least like some changes. They're being in position for them, and that's like amazing to see. They're always ready. Seeing RJ like come back in third man rotation, it's working.
Yeah, definitely. Bickety will try to get over Patty there. Blocked out though. Now Zemful. It's a long cleared outfield. RJ accidentally hits it right to Patty, and he's just going to put in goal number 1. Milford 1-0 up with 3:30 left.
It is definitely a good sign. They didn't concede, that late in the game. So easy comeback for Mariemont as long as they don't like get in their heads about this.
I want to ask you, who do you think from Mariemont needs to be more of an X Factor player if they want to be able to get back or tie this game up?
I remember in the other series, as soon as they figured out McLean, RJ has really like stepped up. So I'm hoping McLean just kind of lays back on it and RJ kind of steps in and does a bit more. Because I think they kind of figured out, McLean is that star player. McLean does like a lot, but as they collide there together on the rotation out.
Yeah, McLean definitely does a lot for this team as he gets it clear into the corner now and has control. Almost gets a flick over Arcelus there. Can't quite. Now Patty gonna have a chance. Arcelus kind of just blocks it out. Maybe he was trying for a pass to Zemful, couldn't quite though. Now Zemful taking a shot, blocked out by McLean. Over to Patty now. McLean, good control though. No fear of the 2K MMR. That is Patty. Goes immediately for it. Now, Bickety putting it down the other way. Zemful can't quite get it down the other way, but he has control on the sidewall now. Upfield blocked out by McLean. No Patty with speed. It's going to go right center, and Arcelus can't quite get the shot on, and Patty going to put it into the corner. He has boost though. He's going to try to put it back in. Blocked out by RJ though. Really good chances, and we've seen a few really good chances for Mariemont to get down the field, and we've seen a few miscommunications or mismanagement of the ball from Milford. So there's definitely a chance for Mariemont to come back in this game.
Oh, like 100%. The only thing that is stopping Mariemont is Milford's ability to challenge every ball and, stop the progression and always keep them on defense.
That's one thing I remember from when I played Milford is that they were, no matter what ball you went for, there was somebody challenging from the Milford side. You couldn't get the ball away from them for more than 5 seconds at a time. And if you tried to dribble it out, you're going to get at least 50, or you're going to get somebody diving on you. Maybe take advantage of those dives, force low 50s or something like that, but it's really hard to play this Milford team in their traditional passing play sense because they're going to be on every ball.
And they just, you can't help but think they entice it just so, they think they have the chance just so Milford can get that counterattack, catch them out of position for it.
Yeah. Definitely you would think there's a weakness on this team. Maybe Arceus isn't as good as the air as the other two, but no, there's really no weaknesses for this team. It's just like everybody is where they need to be at all times to be able to help the team out. Is RJ almost going to be able to put a shot in? Really good chance there for Mariemont, but it's going down the other way for Arceus now.
Just rock solid on defense, you know. Patty didn't even like worry about it. He just kind of, you know, flipped to get it out and was like, cool, we're on counterattack mode. Do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what you expect, though, from a 2K MMR. You don't expect them to panic all that often on defense. You expect them to kind of cool-headed, make sure everybody knows that, oh, we're good on defense. Nobody just do anything stupid and we'll be fine. You expect that, but going into this final minute, we might see a little bit of unlevel-headedness from Mariemont as they need to get this ball down the other way. 5-4. McLean on the sidewall. He's got a chance to keep this ball up. He has a chance on the sidewall, but Patty blocking that one out. Arceus going to let that drop, and Milford will be going to the grand finals here.
Oh, well, you know, I was hoping it would be a game 5, but I think we all knew in our hearts it was a sweep. You know.
Yeah, we all hope for the game 5 in every match that we cast and we watch. We all hope that it's close, and then all of a sudden this team comes out above, and then I don't know where the other team comes back. But Milford is a great roster, and I expect them to do really well in this grand final. And even if it does bracket reset, I think it's going to be close either way.
Oh yeah, and I think Milford is, you know, they seem like a step above the rest, but they know how to make the correct challenges. They know exactly where they want to keep the ball, and they know how to, you know, manipulate the defense and offense. And they do such a good job at that.
Yeah. That being said, our next series will be Carmel versus Hickman to figure out who plays Mariemont in lower bracket finals. And we are going to go to a quick 5-minute break before that match. Everybody stick around. Thank you. And me and Ark back for our next match. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Akron Zips High School Esports Combine. We have the losers bracket match here, first one of the day. Winners goes to play as Mariemont. We have Carmel and Hickman, and today I'm joined by Ark.
Welcome, and I'm excited for this match. Yesterday I predicted Hickman's going to make that Cinderella story run, and I'm still sticking true to it. I believe in this Hickman squad to be able to do it. But we do have our players in the lobby ready to go.
Let's get into it. This is a best of 3 compared to our best of 5 before, because it is losers bracket.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Are you?
Oh, I'm excited. This is great.
Yeah.
Get to cast with Devin here. This is great.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Wonderful. We're going to get into game number 1 here. It is going to be a best of 3, even though it overly looks like a best of 5. But getting this first match, Melon Man can't quite get a touch there. So Jax has a chance. He's going to put a shot back post, blocked out though by a Hickman defender. Now Evil has a chance to go for this again. Gets blocked out though. It goes right back to Jax. I think that was. No, now it's back to Jax. Now Kinch. On down the other way, blocked up by Evil. Sidewall. Jax pinches it with the sidewall. Going to try to get a dunk on Melon. Goes center. No teammate there in sight to be able to get that shot. So it's going to be Kinch over back to Melon. Now, Evil in the corner. That's control. And there's not really any teams getting too much of a chance to get any offense here in this first minute.
They're always just feeling out, the first couple minutes to make sure and see, what they, can't handle, and then they'll always unleash like this. Jax scoring the first goal of the game in actually under a minute, 59 seconds actually.
Takes advantage of the double commit near post and just kind of puts it off Kitch, but it's still a good goal to start out the match. Carmel up 1-0 with 4 minutes left in this match. Getting back into it now. Evil. Can't quite get it off the backboard, so it's going to be Spark almost takes control, but demoed from behind. Now Jax has it off the sidewall. Can't quite get a follow-up touch, and Melon going to block that out. Kinch down to the midfield, blocked out by. Oh, it is Snoob. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Two S's confuse me as Evil puts in goal number 1 here, or goal number 2. That is.
Evil, what great position to, not just rotate out. Staying in the midfield was a great play from him.
Yeah, as we get into the third kickoff of game number 1 here. It's going to be Evil versus Spark. Oh, that's Spark gonna leave it for Kitch. Kitch can't quite get it down the other way now. It's gonna be Jax up to Evil. Evil has this ball. Gonna get a redirect, but it's not on net. Now Kitch gonna have to block that out before Jax almost gets a shot in. Now Snoob out to Evil. Evil just gonna wait for this one. Melon passes to Spark. Spark tries to get a shot, but Jax gonna block that one out. Now down the other way. Evil down to Jax. Jax can't quite get a shot on though. No goal there for Carmel, but they do have possession here. Spark last man back, and it's going to be Evil with a shot. 2 defenders jump to block it, and a fake from Snoob is going to give possession back to Carmel in the midfield. Has it here. He's going to put it onto the back wall. Can't quite get it to a teammate here as we are entering the halfway mark in this game.
I'm surprised Jax hasn't been going for, his patented double taps, This is the first time in, almost, 3 minutes of Rocket League he hasn't gone for one.
Maybe Hickman is not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. My Oak Hills lost to them in the lower bracket, so definitely have some offensive pressure here, or have some offensive prowess here. The Spark going to put a shot in. Goal number 1 for Hickman, and it's going to be a 1-goal game, that is.
They cut that lead in half, and we're down to 1. Still 2 minutes left, and this is inspiring. Come on, Hickman. I know you can do it.
It's going to be Hickman. Hickman's really good game, really good team. I expect them to do well here. This should be a game 3, in my opinion, going the full length of the series. It's Melon now blocking that one out. It's going to be Kinch over across the field, but Jax Now puts it onto the backboard, blocked out by Melon. It's going to go into the opposite corner. Now Kinch has it again. Going to get it past one. It's going into the opposite corner. SparkX has control now. He's going to go for a bump on the one on the backboard. Can't quite get one, though. And now Kinch has ball control. Blocked out by Evil, though. Down the other way. Can Carmel get a little bit of a stranglehold on offense here against Hickman? As Melon almost going to get it past one. Right to Kinch. Kinch going to get a long clear, and then Evil back down the other way. Back to Jax. Jax going to take a shot. It's going to be a little off the post. And now a chance down the other way for Hickman.
That was a banger. Like, you know, if that was going in, nobody was saving it. You know, unfortunately, it hit off the post. But now we have Hickman on the attack.
Yeah, Hickman can't quite get that one in there. Is Melon going to go off the backboard now? SparkX up for this. Get off the backboard again. Melon goes up, blocks that one out, but it's going to be Kinch less back. He has to be careful here. Pushes it, got a good time though, and now Evil down the other way. It's going to be in the midfield here. SparkX is going to leave the ball, so Jack's just going to have a chance to put off the backboard. He's going to try to go for a double, can't quite get it. Now Evil into the corner. He's going to be just going to leave it for a teammate as Melon now going to hit down the other way. Jack's blocking that one out. And now no block on Spark and following that up, and Kinch down the other way. Snoop blocks that one out though. And now Kinch onto the sidewall. Evil cross to Jax. Jax, can he get the shot? Blocked out. And then a chance in the midfield. Can't quite get it though. What a was it a fake or was it a was it? I want to know if that fake right there from Kinch was calculated or not.
It's we always say it's calculated.
It's always calculated.
There's a lot of, you know, game one feels, you know, you're not necessarily settling in that fast. But unfortunately, in the best of three, you have to make that adaptation now before it gets too far out of hand.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like not a bad thing that Hickman was on defense. They can definitely handle this, you know, squad. And it's not that they're getting mostly outplayed. It's not necessarily that they were making mistakes.
It reminds me of the match that I played against them, is that Hickman has a very bend, not break defense. They'll let you sit on their side almost the entire game, and then they'll get two counterattacks on you, and then you're down 2 goals out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And it's really frustrating to play against a team like this because you're having multiple chances and none of them are going in, but one chance down the other way goes in, and it's a one goal lead for Hickman.
And as you say, bend not break, and they definitely got that pass out play and just perfect flip from SparkX to get it over him, put it right below the bar.
Yeah, really good shot to begin this match. Kickoff. Here's Noob gonna get beat. Evil almost gonna get that one in, and now Jax can't quite get a touch. He's gonna hit it out. Almost a chance there to get a doomsday off the sidewall, but now Evil is gonna have a shot on, blocked out by Kinch. Evil pushes on backboard again. Snoop gonna try to go for that. Now Jax block that one out. Puts it back center. Evil not quite ready for it, so he just has to take control. Gets into the corner, is gonna bounce center, but he blocks out Jax. Another chance for Carmel, not quite going in because of a miscommunication on the offense.
Yeah, impeccable defense from Hickman, you know. Always allowing them, and then they're doing really good on those counterattacks. It's almost like the freaky approach. Play defense, you know, you got that 1 goal lead, you can always hunker down, you don't need to score more.
Mm-hmm. As we have Evil on the backboard. I agree, the 1 goal down, hunker down. It's not the way I love to play. I love to be on offense. But it is, if it works, it works is a motto that I live by. So if it works to have 1 goal and then just sit on your defense and not let anything go in, then it works, right?
Oh, great passing play. Jack's trying to backboard that. That was a really good counterattack, but, you know, hunkering down does lead the game to be quite boring and, you know, stall.
Yeah. There's a good block, or a good save there by Hickman defenders. Now it's onto the backboard. Blocked out by Kinch. Has a chance to go for this again. Gets a 50. And then a shot from SparkX. I didn't see him come in, and out of nowhere he's just scoring out of nowhere. What speed from the midfield from SparkX here.
And be able to bang that off the sidewall and in. Incredible placement.
Incredible placement for sure. Being able to just come in and hits it just barely in the net. What an angle. Now, you got Snoop. Puts it up in front of net. Going to be blocked out by Melon, though. Now, Kinch down the other way. Blocked out by Evil in the midfield. And now hits it off the sidewall. Can't quite get another touch towards net. But now Spark going to block the mid-touch. And now Melon is in the corner. He has control. Gonna try to get it past. He does get it to the middle. Kinch gonna be there. He's gonna be able to take a shot. It's gonna be a passing play in the air for Hickman's third goal.
Ooh. Great first touch from like Melon Man. I believe this is the roster change that they're kind of sticking with. You know, from yesterday in their later series, they who did they sub out? I was pretty sure they subbed out and brought in Melon Man. Melon Man has really like made a difference to the squad going into, you know, almost making that run.
I saw Melon Man join yesterday as Jack puts in goal number 1 for Carmel. But I saw Melon Man join yesterday, and it was kind of a surprise, a sub for some team. It's like, oh, maybe they won't do as well, and then they've gone and they've beat a team in the lower bracket, and now they have a chance to be in the losers final. So it's been quite interesting.
Definitely a really good change.
I mean, if you bring in one player and he just brings a whole rejuvenation to the squad, then it has to be a good change, as he's done wonders for this team apparently. And now on defense here, Evil going to be able to get a 50. It's going to be immediately put back center. Melon Man almost going to be able to put a shot in. Now SparkX, the back wall blocked out by Evil, putting it across. But Kinch on the sidewall puts it back center. Nobody there though. SparkX, that is, almost puts it into, puts it in the corner and it pops up. Now Kinch just gotta wait for this touch. Backflip, so Jack has a second touch here. Gonna be able to put it center. SparkX though has control now, and a double commit is gonna own goal for Hickman as Carmen takes goal number 2.
Oh no, that broke down the defense so bad. SparkX, it looks like Melon Man was just trying to bounce that to the corner, but unfortunate. So
I think everybody jumped at the same time, and there was no time to communicate. Oh, I need to get down, or oh yeah, I'm going, and it was just chaos. Everybody going for the same ball. We said triple commits or double commits work as long as you get a ball hit, but it has to be a ball hit to the right side.
Oh yeah.
Power. Unlucky to see for Hickman there. Now Melon has control on the sidewall. Try to pop it out. Blocked up by Jax though. What can you casted a little bit of Carmel's games yesterday, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What can you tell me a little bit more about like who's the main player, who's the pop-off player for the squad?
I want to say it's definitely you know, SparkX has. Wait, no. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong team.
You're good.
Jax is kind of a star player. He's someone to watch because he always goes for a lot of like double taps. He's always like very consistent about getting them, having great first touches. Snoop kind of stepped up, and it's like Evil and Jax. You know, Snoop is that reliable defense for them.
Yeah, that's not really it's kind of like the Milford scenario where there's not really a weak link on this team. It's just who performs the best out of the 3 on a given day.
And they all have that potential to like pop off and do their own thing. They're not like just a team where it's just one star player, and if that star player isn't on it, then they lose.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
They each have that potential. Snoop definitely. Oh!
What a 0-second! Holy, we were talking all this good stuff, and we didn't even realize Hickman's up a goal. But then Evil lives up to the hype we just gave Carmel and puts in a 0-second goal to give it overtime in game number 2 here.
Oh, what a comeback indeed. Oh, man. This is exciting already.
Out of nowhere. Now, it's going to be a chance. Jax demos one. It's going to be out center, and Snoop has a chance to put this game away. What a 2-goal swing in 10 seconds for Carmel, and they take lower bracket match 1.
What the demos, man? They work, but
Work.
they work.
What a series! Immediately, we're talking all this about they're so good, but they're down one in that match, and then Evil
Yeah.
lives up to the hype we just gave them, puts in a goal with 0 seconds, and then immediately we have the Jack's demo giving Snoop an open net and a goal overtime winner to give them a chance to go for the grand finals here.
That was an incredible decision to say, hey, go for demos. You know, it was kind of a do or die situation. And if they would have actually like messed that up, they would have, thrown that game and it would have been game three. But what a play from Carmel.
What a swing at the last 2 minutes. But that being said, we are going to go to a break. Our next match being Carmel versus Mariemont for a chance to go to the grand finals to play against Milford. Will we see Mariemont with a comeback story, or we see Carmel make the lower bracket run here? Stick with us for 5 minutes as we come back to that match. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Zips Esports High School Combine, presented to you by Akron Zips, of course. And we're going to be having the losers finals match. Whoever wins this goes to the grand finals against Milford. We have Carmel and Mariemont. Winner again goes to play Milford, and I'm joined for this match before the grand finals by Ark.
Thank you, thank you. I'm excited. I'm a little sad that Hickman didn't make it this far, but I can settle for this. Carmel versus Mariemont. You know,
I'm sure most of us are pretty happy that we're just seeing Rocket League in this time. I mean, not RLCS isn't going on at all, but
yeah.
this is more important. This is what everybody wants to see. This is what we need to see in these trying times. But moving into the match, do we have everybody in the lobby, Ark?
We do.
We do, and it's going to be Carmel versus Mariemont. First kickoff here. It's going to be between Snoob and RJ.
Ooh, Demos right off the bat.
I'd love to see the aggression game with physicality. That's the word I'm looking for. Love to see that. Getting it here. It's going to be Evil taking the first shot. Blocked out by McLean, though. Now, RJ is going to put it across. Blocked out by Jax. Now Jax trying to put it back center. Going to be blocked out, though. And now Evil has a chance. Jax going to get back quick as Evil was last man back. Couldn't quite get a good touch. Now it's going to be Carmel on the defense for a little bit, but Snoob up for this. Going to take a shot down the other way. Blocked out by McLean. Popped up in front of net still. RJ going to block it out. And now Evil putting it down center. Nobody there for the Mariemont side. Or for the Carmel side, that is.
Very great defense from both. They're both getting the clears, and they're both, they're allowing shots, but they're all blocked. Jax, though, is trying to go for this double tap.
He loves them. He loves those double taps. You see, now Evil, he has control. But in that, he's going to put it over across the Snoop. Snoop going to put it top shelf. Bickety going to block that one out, though. Now, it's going to be Jax. Last back, he's going to go up for this. Trying to block that out. Puts it down center. It's going to be a Snoop victory in the 50. Now Jax trying to put a far post shot, but can't quite get it inside the post. Now Evil gets it past McLean. Down the center. Snoop there. Can't quite get the shot in. And now McLean on the sidewall. But in this first match, we've seen a lot of pressure actually come out from Carmel in this first minute of the match, and a shot finally comes through from Jax. It's 1-0 lead for Carmel.
Trying to see what happened on this defense. Oh, RJ, he's going for the shiny thing in the corner. They're just checking if it's still there. And unfortunately, that put him out of position to be scored on.
We all love the shiny thing in the corner. It is. You can almost say it's the blood that runs through this game makes it what it is. Without boost, we wouldn't have the flying cars. Like, come on. As RJ gonna put in a shot. What a pre-flip save there by Jackson. Now Snoop trying to get a counterattack down the other way. Blocked out by McLean, though. Now, Bickety puts onto the backboard. Evil there. Gonna get a pinch with one Mariemont defender down the other way. Now, it's going to be Jack center. He's going to put in a shot. It's going to be a little high, though, and McLean going to put it right out to Evil, though. Now Evil has a chance. He's going to try to go for the dunk here. Gets it under both of them. 2-0 lead for Carmel in game one.
What a play indeed, Evil. I thought he'd go for a double, but stellar, change of direction to be able to dunk that under both of them, committing both defenders to save that ball.
I honestly thought he was going to go for the flip when he turned his car upside down, but then he didn't dip his nose down. I was like, what is this guy doing? And then out of nowhere, there's a dunk coming out and gives him a 2-0 lead. What a hit there from Jax to get that scoop, though. That was surprising. Now, Evil with a pinch with McLean. Down the other way, Jax there onto the backboard. RJ with a good block, but it goes straight out to Evil. Evil across the Snoop. Snoop into the corner. Going to have a chance to go for this again. He's going to put it onto the backboard now. There's a chance for Jax, and he puts in the backboard read. Good shot here. 3-0 lead for Carmel.
Jax is just in position for these. And what a pass from Snoop. Jax, The technical double tap, I'll take that. But, great positioning way to put that at the bottom of the net.
It's a really good read or double tap, whatever you want to call it. As he takes control now in the midfield, kind of fakes a pop up, but gets 50'd immediately. Now McLean puts it down the other way, blocked out by Evil. Can't quite get it over RJ. Now it's going to be floating there. Snoop should have control here. Can't quite get good control, and it's going to be a chance down the other way for Mariemont. Although Evil with a long clear downfield, he's up for this again. He's going to put on to the backboard. Jax is up for this. He's going to put a top shelf. Bounces out, though. Now Snoop can't quite get the shot underneath either. And there's no goal here for Carmel. What a chance. 3 chances, no goals. Really close there. And Mariemont is still in this.
They are doing a good job. I just think Carmel's doing an overwhelming amount of offense for this Mariemont squad in the first game. Carmel really wants this grand finals appearance.
Yeah, they want a rematch versus Milford, who knocked them to the lower bracket and upper bracket, but Jax here with Evil puts a pass now to Jax. What a play here.
Look at that placement, right behind McLean to make sure he can't save that. And to bar it in as well. Spectacular.
Yeah, definitely a good play to put in goal number 4, that is. Now Jax still put it center, a bump on last defender, but McLean comes in to bail out his teammate. Now, Bickety can't quite get that touch. RJ barely gets one, so Snoop has a chance. Puts it down the other way, into the corner. McCain backwards on the back wall, gets a kind of half flip in the corner and then puts it back at mid. But Jax onto the backboard, RJ can't quite read it. Now McLean gets a good flick. Gets beat out, though, by a Carmel defender, that is. And it's passed over to Jax, and Jax puts in goal number 5. What a banger here from Jax.
The speed on that. Oh, that was using the front part of his car. Bang.
That was one of the cleaner passing plays we've seen this entire tourney, in my opinion, because it's a one hit and then a one bang from a defender or from the teammate across the field. It's so fun to watch those go in after just such good coordination for the team. But Snoop with a shot here says my name should be spoken a little bit and puts in goal number 6.
They are running away with this match. 6-0, 17 seconds left. We're in that territory. We're in the territory of, getting the infamous Brazil.
Why'd you have to say it, man? You don't say those things, man. Now you gotta knock on wood or something. Fine. I hope your desk is made out of wood, man. But now Jack's putting in goal number 7. May not even need to knock on wood here. They just need to let Mariemont score one.
I think Mariemont is on to this now. I don't think they're going to go for it. I'm still hoping.
We always gotta hope. I would like to remind everybody that this is a best of 3 because it is lowers bracket. But this is a lower bracket, so it is best of 3. Winner goes to the grand final in a best of 5 versus Milford. But if this team does end up winning that match, this losers bracket, if they do end up winning it, they have to do a bracket reset to win it. They have to win 2 series of best of 5 against Milford.
I'd hate to inform you, they did not get the Brazil. Oh. I thought they were going to keep it up and let it happen, but, shutting them out is also a very good thing for Carmel. If they shut out Mariemont, then it stops a lot of momentum and gets inside their heads about it. So I think it was a good thing for Carmel to do that, but, it just sometimes happens.
It's a good thing for Carmel in the fact that they didn't give any momentum, even in the end of that game, to Mariemont. So they go into this game with the full head of steam, ready to try to dominate Mariemont one more time to make grand finals.
What a dominating kickoff from Snoop.
Yeah, but a good clear from McLean, puts it down the other way, and now Jax kind of fakes a clear, but then takes control. Now, Bickety in the midfield gets blocked out by Snoop. Now McLean can immediately get challenged by Evil. And now, what is this shot from Jack? What is this? It was Evil that put in the shot.
What a great pass. Snoop dropped this down for Evil. Evil put that in. the deft touch from Snoob.
I,
Oh,
I was just blown away by the Snoop touch here. I actually thought he put it in for a split second. I think I blinked and I missed it, and it was a goal for Carmel off of Evil's pass, or Evil's touch off the pass. But moving into this game, this second series of play in game number 2.
game number 2. Yeah.
Yeah, game number 2. Now Evil putting it down center. Nobody there though is McLean. Actually going to get beat to this ball by Evil. Evil just kind of being a nuisance overall on the offensive side. But now RJ puts a long clear downfield, blocked up by Snoop. Evil trying to put this down to Jax. Jax can't quite get it past McLean. Now RJ puts it to McLean. McLean can't quite get the pre-flip into the ball, but Beckety has a shot, puts it back post, and there's a tied-up game now in game number 2.
Yeah. That touch from McLean was actually better than, most people were hoping for. It caught the defense out of guard, Snoop rushing back, and unfortunately, drifted a little too far in net.
Yeah, it was a fake. It was kind of like a fake in many terms.
Mhm.
But it's the first goal in this series for Mariemont. So they have a tied up game. This is their first chance to get a lead in this match for the first time. Spickety puts it on the sidewall, right into Evil though. Now he's gonna put it across. Jack up for this. He's gonna put a shot on. Evil almost gonna get one there. And now Jax almost puts a shot on block last minute, and Snoob gonna put it the opposite post, and it's gonna be a 2-1 lead for Carmel.
Those passing plays always work out for them. They know exactly where to place those. Definitely overwhelming offense for Mariemont right now.
Definitely, it was really good there. Really good shot, and just overall, really good just pressure. They just kept careening shots at the net, and at a point, you as a defense, you run out of boost, you run out of positioning, and you just can't save it anymore. Really good shot, really good overall series. And now another shot off the side wall, pass from Snoob to Jax, puts in goal number 3 here.
Oh, sorry. I was actually trying to see that pass. Put that right perfectly behind the defense, especially hitting that near post where all of them were.
Definitely a really good shot there. Puts it over the top, but now Jax is going to put in another shot almost. RJ going to block that one out though. Now Evil takes a shot, blocked up by Bickety. Snoob last back. Going to get a good 50 in the midfield though, so he's still offensive control for Carmel. Snoob up for this. Kind of fakes the pass, hits it with the bottom tires, and McLean taking it down the other way. He's got a chance. He's going to flick it over. It's going to be a back post shot and a second goal for Mariemont, within 1 now.
Oh, they cut that lead in half, and what a great play. Taking that control, be able to put that on the full opposite side and behind them. Amazing.
These teams are playing insane here. Both these teams now. Carmel has offense though. McLean up for this. Has the air dribble chance. Nobody's challenging him, but now Snoob on the sidewall. Gets a touch, but it goes right down to Bickety. Bickety can't quite get the touch. Now Evil puts it right out. RJ puts it off the crossbar. An own goal almost, and Jack's gonna put it out. Now McLean has a chance to shoot it off the sidewall. Or back wall, that is. Bickety off the sidewall now. This is McLean's chance to turn around. Has control, can't quite get it past Evil. And a chance of and a series of shots from Mariemont almost ties up the game, but still 1-0 lead for Carmel, or 1 goal lead. That
Amazing defense. I'm surprised they didn't get scored on. Oh, Jax though. They take that momentum from Mariemont and decides to pull it in himself.
This is a really good angle here. Realizes that McLean's backwards and Mickety's rotating in the net, so this is his chance. He has a slight window to shoot this. And now it's going to be RJ on the kickoff. Down to McLean. He's going to put to the mid. Blocked out though. Now RJ on the sidewall. Can't quite do anything with it. Mickety has this one. Just going to be taken over by Jax now. Over 1. Almost 1 actually. And now McLean has the ball on the back corner. Down to RJ. RJ to the back wall. It's just going to be left for I think that was Evil to take over. Now it is a Love. Jax putting it center. Snoop can't quite get a touch. And we really need to see something from Mariemont here to give them a chance to put in 2 goals here in the final minute to tie up this game and bring this to a game 3.
They really need to figure out this Carmel defense and its like offense. Like it's McLean, their star player, now doing things to rile up the defense. But a pass out.
Maybe a little bit of more physical aggression. We see more bumps for demos, something come out. Maybe McLean goes for this flick. It's off the backboard. RJ going to be able to put a shot on it. Hits the post, though. And Bickety shot going to go off the crossbar and out. Snoop down the other way. Jacob with a flip reset off that ball. Goes into the corner. Now, McLean. Bickety tries to go for the bump there. McLean has this. Tries to put it center. RJ not going to be able to get a good touch, and Evil just going to take that down. That's going to be the nail in the coffin, in my opinion. 3-goal lead for Carmel with 20 seconds left.
That was an unfortunate play. They all tried to go for it. Biggity trying to go for the demo was a smart option. If it connected, I could see them within 1 goal, but Carmel, they held on. They able to counterattack and score, extending this lead.
As we see now, Evil tries to get a shot right away. Now McLean has his chance. Gonna hit it downfield. Now, almost gets a shot in there. Blackout by Snoop, though. Now, Evil. Take it down the sidewall. Just taking his time, wasting all the time in the world, making sure there's no chance for Mariemont to be able to get this goal in. That's going to be the game for Carmel. Carmel will be the losers bracket representative to face Milford, and a rematch from the upper bracket to figure out who is the best team in this bracket here.
What a story from Carmel, being knocked down by Milford to just face them off in the grand finals. I couldn't ask for anything better, maybe besides Hickman, but I'll take it.
I mean, I could ask for Woke Hills to be in this grand final, man.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of biased, though.
Yeah. Still an awesome series. Carmel played a fantastic 2 games against this Mariemont opposition. It was wonderful to see, and there's a lot of good things coming from this bracket.
Yeah, definitely. But that being said, that is it for me and Ark. We will have the grand finals coming up with a different set of casters than me and Ark. Mariemont, not Mariemont, Carmel versus Milford will be your grand finals. That being said, that is it for me and Ark. See you guys.
See you later.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Zips Esports Rocket League Combine. My name's Will.
And I'm John. Welcome back.
Gonna have a fun time today. Get ready to get into this grand finals after a long weekend of Rocket League.
Yeah, Milford and Carmel, two of the strongest teams throughout the whole thing. I don't think anybody doubted Milford's ability to go all the way, but Carmel, definitely one of the more surprising teams, but definitely putting the work, and glad they could make it all the way here. And before we get started, just wanted to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, Audio Technica, our exclusive audio sponsor, SteelSeries, our exclusive peripheral partner, Archon, our jersey provider, Gravity Gaming, our PC provider, and also a big thanks to eFuse and Esports Ohio for making this event this weekend possible.
Definitely. This event has been so cool to watch throughout the weekend, giving these high school players a chance to really show off their skills in front of some, college level coaches and recruiters and stuff. And, I think that whoever pops off in this grand finals is really going to, make a statement.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm hoping to see some pop-off plays because, the Twitter clips is really what we're all here for, right?
I mean, of course. Why else would you be playing in this? Got to get the Twitter clout, got to get those, interactions up, what it's all about.
Yeah, it's pride is on the line. I'm looking forward to seeing some good clips here, and we got quite a exciting series. I'd say definitely. It's probably going to be the most impressive match by far.
I think so. Like you said, we do have Milford High School versus Carmel High School here in the finals. It is going to be a bracket reset from Milford coming from the upper bracket. So if Carmel does manage to take the first series, they will have to reset the bracket and win a second best of 5. Definitely going to be tough for the Carmel boys. But from what I saw yesterday, they have some players on their roster who, when they get the momentum going, can really pop off mechanically. So I don't know. If they can take the first series here, I think they may have a chance at it.
Yeah, and maybe Carmel was dropped to the lower bracket by Milford, so they're coming back for revenge. Definitely going to be an interesting game.
I was writing a script yesterday about a team that got knocked out meeting again in the finals. I don't think it was Carmel, though, sadly. I think it may have been another school. But still, another Cinderella story, getting knocked down and coming back up to try and make the bracket reset and take the whole thing.
That would be pretty awesome, and I'm hoping that Carmel definitely puts a good effort in because I am here to see this bracket reset. Doesn't matter who wins, but I do want to see at least Carmel bring one bracket reset to the table.
Definitely, get some good games in today. I was able to catch the games yesterday, and I was really impressed, honestly, by a lot of these players. And we are going to be getting into this first series right here. Milford in the blue, Carmel in the orange.
Yeah, already starting off, it looks like this kickoff is going to go in Carmel's favor as Jack's is able to get a nice touch off the ceiling. Zenful up the wall, gets a light touch, and going to take this one to the corner. Evil beats him to it, sends it down mid. Is he going to be there? And he is going to follow his own shot, or his own pass, with a nice shot on net. It doesn't look like the Milford defense really knew that he was that open. I'm assuming they were hoping for someone to rotate back, but kind of left their net open, and Evil is going to take advantage of it and get the first goal of the game for Carmel.
Great job from Evil there to capitalize. I think from what I saw yesterday, it seems like the players to watch in this match are probably going to be the Jax for Carmel and then Patty for Milford. Definitely two standout players mechanically that we saw yesterday. But Evil is somebody that I noticed too on the side of Carmel who really was just putting away those goals when they needed it. And even early on in this series, as teams kind of feel each other out, Patty going to bring one there. But, I think that he is going to be one to watch out for.
Arcelis, another fantastic player. He's been putting in work through all of these series. Huge Arcelis fan here, not going to lie to you. But hoping to see some plays from him and Patty.
Yeah, when I saw these teams play yesterday, one of the things I loved most was just watching Jax play. That man is not afraid to go for anything, which is exactly how I usually play. I mean, maybe not the best thing to do all the time. I was maybe giving him a little bit of crap yesterday for going for a double touch every chance he got. But I mean, he was hitting them. He was, creating a lot of scary chances for his team. So we'll have to see how this series turns out.
Yeah, Jax perfects ball chasing, I would say. We're close enough to it.
Sometimes that's what you need in a high-level threes lobby, Got to have that player who's not afraid to go.
Yeah, and as we're seeing, just back and forth, a lot of play in midfield here. Not a whole lot of offensive opportunities for either team. Just kind of hitting the ball back and forth, feeling each other out. Again, only a minute into the game, so can't expect too much from either of these teams quite yet.
Yeah, I think that's typically what we're going to be seeing in a game one, especially of a grand final series like this, where even though these teams have played before yesterday, they're really just looking to see, okay, how aggressive are we playing today? How's this match going to go? But I think as we move further into the series, we're going to see a lot of more space really start to open up.
Yeah, without a doubt. And as you were saying that, Jax, a player that you said to watch out for, is able to put this goal in for Carmel. It gets that nice fake challenge there, turns around, and Zemfel is not able to get the touch and plants it perfectly bottom corner.
Just barely squeaks it in there in the perfect placement, as you said. Anything less than that, and they probably would have been blocked. So really good job there from Jax.
Yeah, without a doubt. And if you're Milford, you're starting to get a little bit worried. I think that Carmel's definitely been putting on some good pressure so far, and this looks like it could be their game.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I'd say that so far, for Milford, even though, it's still a 1-goal game, we also have 3 minutes left. It seems that the goals that have gone in for Carmel maybe were more, Milford mistakes, if you could say, more unforced error, that sort of thing. So definitely something to look at and to work on as the series goes on.
Yeah, without a doubt, but Arcelus here kind of passes the ball to Jax, and you can't leave such a powerful player such as Jax with that much of an open opportunity. He's going to put that goal in every single time after that mistake.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate touch there from Arcelus. He realized he was last man back, decided to try and control it, which is always going to be a risky thing. If he was able to get like a flick over a player there or something, maybe it could have worked out better for him. But I think that's a position where he really just has to bang the ball out, try and buy time for his teammates.
Patty looks like he saved his own shot off the ceiling there. A bit of an unfortunate.
Always unfortunate.
Looking like already getting a couple demos out of both of these teams. I think demos is going to be another thing that is super, super key, as you see in the RLCS level of Rocket League. Demos and bumps are super huge, and I haven't seen a whole lot of this from really any team in this tournament.
Yeah, yesterday there was maybe 1 or 2 teams. I believe Hickman is one that comes to mind that was really prioritizing demos, to open up space for that last man to not be able to get the save on the ball. But that could be something, as defense gets more stingy as the series goes on, that these teams might look to.
Without a doubt, Evil taking a huge clear. It looks like Jax is off the backward. We're trying to redirect that one in. Definitely a dangerous position for him to be in. Patty taking on his own. Is he going to have enough? He's not. Evil knocks it away. Looks like Zenful gets a touch off the wall, sends it back into the orange tab. Jax, great clear, going to follow it up. Arcelus gets another unfortunate touch mid, ends up passing it to Snoop. Snoop gets a shot on net. Jax steals the corner boost. Zenful up the wall, Arcelus up the wall. A little bit of a double commit. Patty is able to get it out, and looks like Arcelus is going to be the one following this up. Gets dunked. A bit of a dangerous position. Patty almost able to put that one in, but not quite. Arcelus, another shot. Zenful, another shot. Tries to push it in, but this Carmel defense is just too strong, keeping this ball directly on the line.
Yeah, this Milford, really absorbing a lot, or really applying a lot of pressure here on the Carmel net, And, they did a really good job there to just keep getting in front of the ball. I believe they blocked like 4 or 5 shots there in this span of about 10 seconds. Always having a man there to make the block.
Yeah, without a doubt, definitely great defense from Carmel, just really putting in work. Evil pops it high. Jax looks for the follow-up. Going for the flip reset. Does he get it? Looks like he didn't get his flip reset. Snoop going to try to take one to the corner. Looks like Zenful is going to pass that one away. Zenful missing his touch off the wall there. Arcelus going to follow this one. Evil trying to send it mid. Jax and Evil end up double committing, but Snoop's going to get the last one back here. Going to miss his touch, but Zenful and Patty, another double commit.
Yeah, as time winds down here, Milford knows that they've really got to score soon if they want a chance to, put this game into overtime. Definitely committing a little too heavily on some of these plays, and as the time winds down, this is going to be the first game for Carmel. But a pretty good showing. I think it was a lot of early goals that kind of just as these teams were feeling each other out. As Jax puts in another one there at 0 seconds.
Is that 3 or 4 for Jax?
I
think that's
3 definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 goals there for Jax. Hat-trick in the first game. I did say that I think that he's going to be the player to watch out for Carmel, which is, I think going to be a sort of a theme of today. I sort of said the him versus Patty show, these 2 really mechanical players that can definitely put him in the back of the net.
For sure. I really think that that first game was just a little bit of nerves coming from the Milford side. They looked a little uncertain on a few of those plays, a lot of double commits, a lot of rotational errors, but I think if they're able to clean those up, they can definitely take this series without even having to worry about a bracket reset.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. I think that, vast majority of Carmel's goals there, either coming on 0 seconds when the game was already over anyway, or in the first minute there. Definitely a bit of a lapse in defense where the players just weren't quite ready for the pressure that Carmel was bringing. But I think that as the series goes on, they'll get those cleaned up, and we're going to see some closer games.
Yeah, Jax, a great clear out. It looks like Patty is going to intercept that, though. Great from him. Jax almost able to beat that, but Patty does unfortunately miss his touch, leaving Jax a bit of a free ball here. Not a whole lot of boost to work with. None, actually. But he's still going to stay on this ball. Arcellus hits that up the wall, tries to get it away from him, and Jax is staying on this ball like glue. Evil off the back wall sends a booming clear down. Arcellus gets the redirect, but ends up passing it to Jax. Jax has been in the right place at the right time, and it leads to a goal. Evil with a great follow-up there.
Yeah, and Jack's probably trying to get a shot here. He realized he did have an opportunity to score in the upper left corner there, but ends up not even needing it. Just the pass onto the backboard was enough to fake out the defense, and then the Carmel player coming through to put it away.
Yeah, definitely a strong showing again from Carmel in the first minute. Kind of putting in work already. Definitely something you'd like to see, and starting to feel a little bit confident as you can see these passing plays emerging.
And they are going to need that confidence and that momentum to start building up if they're going to want to reset this bracket and take the whole thing.
Yeah, without a doubt. Snoop a good clear, but ends up giving it away to Patty. Patty does get demoed. Arcellus almost puts that one on. Zemfel does put it in the net, and that is going to be 1-1 for Milford.
Great touch here from Patty and then to Arcellus, just beating that last defender. That was such an important touch, and great job from Zemfel to be in the position to put that one away.
Yeah, without a doubt. Great job all around from every play of the Milford team right there. Just great offense, great plays. Arcellus misses his touch, leaving it for Zemfel. Zemfel's going to try to get maybe a flick here. Gets dunked by Jax. Zemfel trying to take it up the wall. Looks like a bit of confusion on who's taking that ball. Looks like Patty wanted it, but Zemfel ended up taking it. Patty now off the backboard, going for a bit of an air dribble. Gets it over one, and Jax is going to be the one to stop that air dribble, and Arcellus is going to be there. Gets the dunk. Takes it up the corner, tries to pass it out to his teammate, Evil, and Arcellus end up pinching it. Petty trying to keep this pressure going while he can. Snoob is saying no to that pressure, and Jax almost a great shot on net there. Great pass from his teammate.
Yeah, plays like that definitely wants to look out for this game. When it seems to me when Patty gets space is really when this offense sort of starts to open up for Milford. Yesterday, I think that Patty had probably my favorite play of the tournament so far, getting an excellent flip reset pass right in front of the box to his shooter. And, it's plays like that that have really impressed me with both of these teams.
Yeah, without a doubt. Both of these teams are extremely mechanically skilled, and any one of these players could pop off at any time, just given a little bit of space and enough boost. Looks like Zemfel's going to be the one taking this, tries to send it mid to Arcellus, and Arcellus is going to put that one in, ends up beating the defender, and puts in the second goal for Milford.
Yeah, a midfield pass like this can be a little bit scary, that goes more towards the box than it does to your teammate, but it definitely was a hard read for the Carmel defense there, and it was a really good job from Arcellus to be there and waiting just in case the defender did miss, so great prediction from him.
Yeah, Evil just barely missing his touch there, ended up leading to that goal, unfortunately. But he's going to get a good clear here. Jax not really contested in the air, maybe able to get the double tap, unfortunately not. Zemfel's going to get that clear out, but Snoop is going to send it back in, and Arcellus is going to send that super wide. Jax is going to end up taking this one off the wall, gets a little bit awkward, kind of mistouches it, and that's going to leave Patty with a little bit of space. Snoop misses his touch. Jax trying to dodge the demo.
Yeah, Patty chasing down Jax there. Probably the smarter option. He doesn't want to give Jax space to take that ball up the wall because he knows that's exactly what Jax wants. Although that was a bit of a triple commit from the Milford offense there in the offensive half, and they all have to run back to make sure they keep this one out.
They didn't keep that one out.
Some communication here, it seems like. It seems Patty thought he had somebody behind him. He did. Just some miscommunication. Very unfortunate there in front of the Milford box, but they're just going to brush that one off.
Like I was saying before this, these nerves are a huge part of this, the grand finals of this tournament. You want to show off your skills as much as you can, and it looks like the nerves are starting to get to this Milford team after being the front runner for most of this tournament. Finally meeting an opponent that can, show up.
I mean, it happens. It's a split-second kind of decision. The comms obviously weren't there. Just sort of some misunderstanding about what each player wanted each other to do, but you can just only hope that these players are, just able to brush it off, say, laugh about it, say, okay, we still got time, we're still tied up with some time left, and we can take this.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's definitely the most important part, is being able to bounce back from those mistakes. Arcelus here taking a bit of a solo play. Looks like Evil is going to get the clear. Jax up the ceiling is going to get an unfortunate touch, but he might have meant to do that. Sent that down to Evil. Evil now is trying to send this mid. Patty gets a great clear out, and Arcelus able to get a good touch to the corner. It looks like no one's going to be home for Carmel quite yet. Wow. Arcelus is going to just blast that one home. A great 50 there by him. Really fantastic play by him. Gets that to the corner and then immediately jumps up for it. A good read and just dunks Evil.
Really efficient touch there from Patty. Not only does he get the goal line save, is able to get around the ball on what would be a really hard save in general, but he puts it perfectly on Arcelus' nose, who's already waiting in the wing to get, a really great counterattack, and it does end up, resulting in a goal as the Carmel offense was just too far pushed up.
Yeah, Arcelus here again, knocking it high. Looks like Jax is going to be the one up for that. Tries to get a touch down to Evil. Evil sends it down. Patty's going to get the touch. And looking like Carmel in a bit of a bad spot here, but they do get themselves out of it. But right back into pressure. Zemfel getting some pressure from Milford, and looks like Patty's going to be taking a shot on net.
Oh, man, your cat's enjoying this game again too, John. I know that he is a huge Rocket League fan. He's always here for a good game, like we're getting between these two, high school powerhouses in this kind of, Rocket League combine. So I'd have to agree with him.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think he's getting a little bit jealous. He wants to be playing in this game instead of just watching it. And as these last seconds wind down here, it looks like Milford may be the victor if Carmel can't pull anything out in these last couple of seconds here. But there is quite a bit of pressure on this Milford net. A good pinch. Snoop sends it down and ends up killing it for his team, and that is going to be game 2.
And as you said, John, I can understand why he would be jealous. I wish that there was something like this going on when I was in high school. This sort of competition where these players get to show off their skills is really, really awesome to see.
Yeah, without a doubt. And these players are really showing up today. I'm just blown out of the water and absolutely blown away with the mechanical skill of these players. It's really awesome to see.
Yeah, and it's really great to also to see Milford bounce back in that game too. After a little bit of a rough showing in game 1, you can obviously see maybe still a little bit of nerves. Maybe if it's nerves or just a communication problem, we did see that one ball just sort of rolling on the goal line, but they made up for it, which is the important thing. And now we're going into game 3 with the tied series.
Definitely a little more momentum coming from Milford here. Hopefully they're going to be a team that is strong now that they have win underneath their belt. Not as many nerves going on. Jackson, good clear to the wall here. Looks like he's going to get a touch mid. Passes to Evil. Evil hits it to the corner, but Patty is there to intercept it and takes another touch of his own. Gets it down to this orange corner. Trying to pass it out. Gets all the time in the world. And Jack's own goals. Patty forcing a great own goal there from Jax.
That is tough. This first fake from Patty. Oh, I love that so much. That is the kind of thing that I wish I could realize I have the space to do more when I'm playing Rocket League. I mean, he just perfectly realizes, like, if I hit this, I'm getting blocked by 2 players. I just won't. I'll just sit here on the wall, let them both flip past me, and then Jack's there put in a tough spot. He has to, make the half flip read to be able to get that one out. And, sadly does put it into his own net. But such a great play from Patty there to put the pressure on.
Great pass from Arcelus to Patty there. Gets a shot on net, but a little bit of pressure coming from this Carmel team. Patty gets a good clear, going to follow it up himself. Tries to get a shot on net, and that is just going to go in. Snoop not able to read that, and a banger of a goal from Patty.
A little bit of a fortunate touch there as Patty does 50. I believe it was Jax there, but that perfect read off the ceiling is going to be, more than enough power to get that past. And, an upper 90 place shot as well is going to be really hard to defend.
Yeah, without a doubt. Evil gets the dunk. Jackson not able to put that one in. That could have been huge for Carmel. Looks like Patty is going to get a little bit of time on this wall here. Gets it over 1, but Snoop sends it back. Arcelus sends it away back to the orange half. Evil off the backboard. Not quite able to get a touch. Made a little bit awkward. Patty tries to get a shot on net. Arcelus with a good demo, but left his net awfully open, and Jax takes advantage of it. Again, as we saw in the first game, Jax just taking such solid advantage of these open nets.
And a great read from Evil there as well, Definitely an overcommitment from the Milford offense there. They're feeling pretty confident at this point, you can tell. And I mean, it's hard not to with the plays that they're making, but, just a little bit of an overextension. And then as Evil makes that great read off the backboard, Jax is there to put it in the open net.
Yeah, it looks like another kickoff here. Arcelus and Patty, a bit of a double commit save, but it ends up working for him as they get the pinch. Snoop trying to send this one back in. Jax also trying to send it back in, and he is able to get another touch, but Patty up the wall. Looks like he's going to get a little bit of time for a solo play. Gets the monkey. Can he get the double tap?
Yeah, he's feeling himself now. He's
yeah, I'm thinking so. Snoop taking it from the corner. Patty gets another dunk, trying to get this one mid. Gets it past one, and a great save there. Couldn't see who the orange defender was because of the demo smoke. Chrysalis now gets dunked by Evil. Gets a good bump on Patty. Patty a little bit awkward on the wall. Jax tries to flick it over, but Arcelis just too fast and gets another dunk. Snoop hitting it to his own corner. Evil gets a good clear out, but Patty is there to read the clear off the ceiling.
Read it.
He gets it. He does it. Patty, you absolute monster.
This man's popping off. What a read off the corner. Hits it to himself. Actually hits ceiling and backboard. Such a hard read for Snoop there. And Evil even got a block on it, but Patty just dunked him. Just what a read from Patty there to get the double tap to himself.
Absolutely unbelievable play from Patty. This Milford team is definitely feeling themselves here. Looks like Arcelis going for a flip reset of his own. I told you before, I'm a huge Arcelis fan, man. That's right. That's why right there.
Give this man some love in the chat. All these players here, really impressing. You know, when I first heard we were doing this event, I didn't exactly know what to expect from these teams. You know, coming from the high school, even there's not that many people that go to a singular high school. You'd think it would be pretty rare to get 3 really good players on a team, but some of these guys are really impressing me.
And Milford having 2 teams, a JV and a varsity, and both teams being super solid contenders in this tournament. Milford JV making a looks like Snoop here off the backboard. Arcelis gets a good clear out, but it is going to leave Carmel quite a bit of time. Petty's going to be chasing that one up, but gets a great demo on Evil, making sure that there is no pressure on his net. But Jax is going to try to bring pressure of his own. Jax trying to hit a clip of his own, almost gets the redirect, and Snoop is there to follow it up. A great pass and a great shot by Snoop.
Jax says, okay, Patty, I see what you're doing there. I can make corner reads too. This time, passing it to Snoop, having confidence that his teammate's going to be there. But the read's just important nevertheless, and now they're going to put it within 1.
Yeah, definitely a close game. A lot of Milford confidence. I really thought that Milford had this game in the bag, but Carmel isn't done yet. They're still fighting, and Patty is just coming back to back with the bangers. 4 goals for Patty this game, popping off, just showing his true skills. Look at this.
Yeah, with the goals like this from Patty, it's going to be pretty tough for Carmel to stay in this, Definitely, they're able to get the job done on offense, but it's just so hard to read what Patty's doing. He's getting these balls so quick, and, off kickoff there, I'm guessing the defender probably low boost in net as well. That's going to be a tough read.
Patty, again, looks like he's going to pass this one down to Zemful, but he's going to lead it to Snoop. Arcelis hits it. Jack takes a shot down. Patty up this wall, gets dunked by Evil. Evil sends it mid. No one there. Zemful gets a good clear. Patty with a pre-flip touch. He's just going crazy now.
Yeah, did not even need the
dunk. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Yeah, they're feeling themselves now. I maybe would start to worry a little bit now if you're Carmel. There's still time in this game, still a minute 30 left with 3 goals needed. It's a goal about every 30 seconds, which is not, impossible by any means. But, they're definitely going to have to start looking into, if they can't come back in this one, what they're going to change next game if they want this bracket reset.
Yeah, without a doubt. Definitely looking like anything but a Carmel victory here. But anything is possible as they've had some decent pressure this game, just not a lot of great opportunities. Jack's taking this one on his own, maybe a solo play. And he is able to get a flick, but just a little bit wide. Evil misses his shot, just a bit off the crossbar. Snoop keeping up with this ball, hits it away from Patty, ends up dunking him. And a bit of a double commit from Jax and Snoop.
Oh, man.
Evil just absolutely balled Zemful. First goal of the match for him.
I think Milford might be watching the stream here and hear what you said about some Twitch clips. They're trying to get these clips on Twitter, I guess. All these players going for highlight reel plays here, and it's working. It's definitely working. It's game 3.
Yeah, it's looking like confidence is booming on the Milford team right now. Just absolutely popping off. Every single one of their players doing a great job. And finally seeing a nice little goal there from Zemful. And as you see, it looks like Jackson has been taking us to the corner. Patty is up very quick to that, sends it back mid, actually passing to himself a flip reset. No way did he do it again. He wanted it.
Yeah, he came really close. He got the reset. He just couldn't quite get the shot on net after it. But yeah, as this time winds down, I think it's pretty safe to say Milford probably takes this game, up by 4 goals with 20 seconds left now. Still, we've seen some moments of brilliance out of Carmel. So I really don't think that this series is, over and done just yet. Also, we almost see a really great save there by Jax as Patty
does. This series may not be over, but this game most certainly is. Patty, another goal for him. That's 5. Just a great read off that crossbar. And Jax so close in the save, but just not able to get it.
Yeah, and it's really tough to say, what Carmel tries to do in the next game here to, bring this series back. It's pretty obvious to see that, Patty's the player. You can't let him have time on the ball. If you give him time on the ball when he's got boost, he's going to take out 1 or 2 of your players. If he doesn't just put it in himself, his teammates are going to be there to put it in. But it's not like he's, just solo carrying this team necessarily. We've seen all 3 of these players score really nice goals this game. And going into game 4 here, I don't know. What do you think Carmel has to do to try and turn it around?
I think that the biggest issue for Milford could be their overcommits as well as their confidence. If they keep making those overcommits, Carmel has to punish them. As we saw Jax do so many times in the first game, that led to their big victory in that first game. If they are able to capitalize on those mistakes again, I think that they can take another game off them.
That is true. I think you're probably right there that counterattacks is definitely going to be the key in this series, especially now that, Milford has a lot of lifelines here. They have 2 games in this series, and even if they were to lose this series, they still get 1 more to try and take this win in the bracket reset. So if there's anything that's going to be the downfall of Milford, I think it might be overconfidence, and Carmel's just going to really have to hunker down and focus on putting away their chances when they get them.
Yeah, Evil taking this up the wall here. Misses his touch, unfortunately. Looks like Zemfel is going to be the one knocking this to the corner. Jax gets a good read. Arcelis sending it back in. Patty might be able to get a shot here. Gets a good 50. Arcelis tries to get a 50. Snoop sending this wide. Zemfel, good touch. Maybe a shot from him, and a good shot. Jax knocks it away. And already great pressure coming from this Milford team. Looks like that confidence is starting to carry through.
Milford just finding so much space in the midfield, off of all these plays. Even though Jax makes a really great save there, it's good that he's able to, stop that in such an awkward spot for himself as Evil takes a really close shot bar down. But still, Milford just getting too much space in the midfield. It's tough to say, why that could be happening, but it's something they've got to change.
Yeah, still 0-0, a lot of time left on the clock. Both of these teams putting a good effort forward. Patty with a questionable save there. Arcelis sending one back to his own team. Zemfel is going to be the one taking this up the wall. See if he can get a play of his own. Gets one off the backboard. Arcelis trying to get that read off the backboard. Ends up sending it out to Patty. Patty gets it wide just to get this away from this Carmel defense. Evil sends a clear down. Ends up just passing it away to Patty. Patty sends it up, but Jax with a great speed, great touch. Ends up getting a mid. Almost gets a goal from it as well.
Yeah, if there's anything we can say about the first, minute and a half of this game, it's that Carmel's definitely stabilized a bit. Milford coming off a really hot streak. It looked like they were basically untouchable, towards the latter half of that game. Milford stabilized. They haven't let any in yet. They've also been applying actually pretty good pressure. I'd say the pressure, the ball's been on both sides of the field a pretty equal amount this game. So, this is something they've got to be able to hang on to if they want to take this.
Yeah, definitely. And that 50 might be what they need. Jax with the goal steal.
You know what? Some players just like to be on top of the the leaderboard. Some players play better if they feel like they're carrying. If that's the case here for Jax, I'd say go for it.
Yeah, that 50 is huge for Carmel, giving them a 1-0 lead. Very important for them to get that early lead because now they have a little bit of wiggle room. Definitely going to be looking for some more insurance goals as Jax sends one down to the corner. Arcelis tries to get the read off the backboard, gets a good clear out, but Snoop misses his touch, or maybe left it for Evil. Evil going for the double tap. Jax off the corner, reads the bounce. Great read from him. Snoop sending it back up. Looks like Milton touching the ball for a second here. As a bit of a double commit from Carmel. Could be dangerous as they're leaving just one player back, and Arcelis ends up putting a pretty weak shot on net, easily blocked by Jax.
Yeah, Jax is going to be happy that they didn't take on that 2v1 there. Would have been an option possibly for the Milford player to just run up and get a demo on that last defender. And we continue to see a lot of pressure on counterattacks, which is exactly what you said you think a key to victory is here for Carmel, and they have been executing well on that so far.
It's starting to look like a few mechanical mistakes from this Milford offense here. Definitely a few missed touches on offense. Not quite the shots that they've been looking for, but let's hope they don't get rolling for the sake of this Carmel team, because they're going to need everything they can get to stay in this game. Evil off the ceiling here. Zemfel misses his touch. Patty gets one just above the bar. Going to be taking this one up himself, but Snoop is going to be the one knocking that back in. Arcelus gets it out, but Evil gets the dunk. Patty sends this one up, booming towards the other net. And Jax knocks it away to his teammate on the wall. Evil gets a touch towards the blue net. Bit of an awkward situation here, and Snoop is going to get a very, very valuable dunk.
Yeah, the 50-50s from Carmel this game have really been the key to their success. Even right there, before he dunks this into the net, you see Jax get a great 50-50, perfectly neutralizes it, but straight up into the ceiling, so there's still so much momentum behind that ball, which as a defender makes it so much harder to block. You know, and I think that actually seems to be the key to Carmel's success right now, is just really strong challenges.
Yeah, they're definitely playing a lot stronger than they were the last game. Definitely looking a lot more confident, a lot more secure on this field here. As we say that, though, Snoop ends up passing it to Zemfel. Zemfel not with a whole lot of boost. Jax, a very good touch from him. Tries to get to that ball, but Patty ends up beating him. Patty has a bit of time to work with. Gets a great flick, but a fantastic save by Carmel. Zemfel shooting this one back. Snoop is sending this to a corner. It looks like Jax is going to try to hit that one off the wall. Snoop gets that mid-boost. Arcelus tries to take a shot, ends up hitting it off the backboard. Is anyone going to be there to follow it? Patty is off the bar. Almost a great shot from him, but Arcelus, a great shot and almost a great save, but unfortunately for Carmel, Arcelus is going to be able to put the first goal from Milford in.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a team bump there on the Carmel goal line as well. That was always going to be tough to save. That shot from Patty very easily could have gone in. You know, the bar down and out is never something you really want to have to depend on as a defender. But then afterwards, you know, scrambling in the box and bumping into each other is not going to help it for the follow-up shot from Arcelus.
Evil going for a bit of a solo play on his own, trying to get the flip reset for the goal, but he's going to get knocked away. Zemfel and Arcelus, a bit of a double commit, but Patty is there to save them, get them out of this pressure. Now on the offensive is Milford, but Evil sends it right back, and that could be dangerous, but Zemfel gets a nice touch over the bar, but that is a double commit, and Evil is able to put that one in. That is going to be a goal for him this game, and you know, this whole Carmel team has really been showing up with the 50s and the challenges, just making such smart decisions.
Definitely, I cannot believe Zemfel almost got back to that, though. You know, again, we see a bit of an overcommitment from the Milford team. It's pretty obvious that after that, you know, battering they delivered last game, that they were feeling a little overconfident coming into this game, leaving all their players upfield quite a bit. Zemfel rushing back, manages to get a touch just above the goalpost, but somehow does almost get back to it to block that secondary shot.
And right now, I think Carmel is just looking to hold on to this lead and finish this game off with a dub. As we said that, though, a bit of awkwardness in the corner here. A lot of players just bunched up in this corner, not really being able to get it out. Just a lot of boost wasted, a lot of time wasted, which is absolutely fine for Carmel. Save a huge save there.
Yeah, the saves and the just smart challenges from Carmel that game did wonders for them. You know, they found the play style that they need to beat Milford now. Although I will say, you know, relatively quiet game from Patty. You know, and all of the, you know, Milford team, obviously, but, you know, not quite the solo carry potential that we saw in the previous games. It's tough to say what that could be, but we're going to see now it seems like we're going to have to see Milford pick it up if they want to take this game 5.
Yeah, it seems like Carmel was doing a really good job of shutting down Patty whenever they had an opportunity. Jack's always really quick up to those balls and just 50s Patty or gets the dunk on or something just to get that ball away from him and remove a lot of the time that he has on it.
It seems like maybe just this game, Carmel really just focused on getting smart challenges in the midfield, just cutting the plays off before they can get close enough to their net, where one of these Milford players has the time and the space to, you know, do one of these really mechanical plays.
It looks like Patty here already starting out pretty strong, trying to go for a solo play of his own, not able to put it in, unfortunately, but Arcelus is keeping this pressure from Milford, and this could be a dangerous position. Zemfel hits it a little bit wide, and Eagle's going to try to get the clear here. Gets a great pinch out, and another over commit from this Milford team almost leads to a goal for Carmel, but they are able to hang on. And now back on the Carmel half, Arcelus gets a dunk over one. Zemfel gets a good pre-flip. Snoop ends up clearing this one out. Patty on his own here has a little bit of time, fakes one and gets it past the second one, and he does it. Patty, that fake was disgusting.
Yeah, just great awareness here from Patty. He just break checks him. Jax slowed down on the line, which he had to. You know, if there's not really anything Jax could have done, he can't really anticipate his teammate getting absolutely faked there. But, you know, Patty spots the bottom right and absolutely places it perfectly. Without that placement, that shot's not going in.
That placement was nuts. I don't think he could have gotten any more bottom right without missing that. I think Patty may be the game changer here. If he is able to have a pop off, they could shut this series down right here and not have to worry about the bracket reset.
Definitely, but on the on the opposite side of that, I do think that Jax is a player that we've seen who also has the capability to do that. If he can win a lot of these challenges, and actually I believe Evil's been doing a really good job this game too. Just getting these really good challenges to put a goal in all by himself.
Yeah, without a doubt, Carmel in his last game and the beginning of this one looking very strong with the challenges again. Smart decisions. Arcelus, a bit of a mistouch from him. Patty ends up getting it over 1, over 2, sends it out, but it looks like no one's there. Zemful trying to get that double tap Jax, really huge touch, but Arcelus might be able to put it in. Jax, fantastic defense. All the Carmel players just kind of stuck in their net as Milford just keeps pounding shots into the back. Another one, and that is going to end up going in for Milford, 2-0.
That is tough, yeah. I mean, just so many shots coming in from Milford here that Carmel had to block. Jax did a really amazing job earlier. He basically dunked all 3 of Milford's players, but both of his teammates just in net with literally almost no boost. They don't really have the option to move out, make an early challenge, have to go for the goal line read, and after all that pressure, they're eventually going to get one down.
Yeah, without a doubt. After so much pressure from the Carmel team, and Patty, a huge save. He's having a great game already.
Yeah, it definitely seems like he's trying to get back on the form that he was at the start of the series. That was definitely a great pre-jump save, knew exactly where the ball was going and got there.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now Patty taking down his own Evil off the backboard, avoids Arcelus, is not able to avoid Zemfel. The Zemfel gets a great 50, but Jax is able to get that booming clear out. Evil tries to get a touch of his own. Jax, a good pre-flip, ends up bumping a few of the players. Patty taking down his own, almost gets the flick, but not quite able to. Very close from him. We've seen a few times where he's just missed a flick. Petty taking it again on his own, and this time the flick will go in, and Arcelus there to steal the goal. I think that was in no matter what, but you can never be too sure.
Yeah, I mean, Milford definitely, silencing us after that last game. We brought up a lot of questions about if their offense could succeed like it had, in the earlier games of the series. This game, all offense from Milford, and so much pressure on this Carmel defense.
I think they needed the Patty pop-off, and that's what we've been seeing in the first 2 minutes of this, or first half of this game, actually. And it looks like he's going to have another opportunity here.
Yes, the signature Patty pop-off.
Of course. And Snoop here taking a clear, actually misses his touch. This is such a bad position. Arcelus fakes the challenge. I'm not quite sure if I agree with that, but ends up working out in their favor as they are able to get the clear. But Evil sends it back on net. Jackson down to Snoop. Snoop almost sneaked it in, and he does sneak it in. This passing play from Carmel was fantastic.
Yeah, Jax, man. Perfect pass down to his teammate. I mean, Milford just had no idea. And then the shot from Snoop to put it bar down. The Milford last man did actually have the read on that play, which is impressive enough. But that perfect bar down shot, I mean, you're not saving it if you're sitting on goal line trying to save it reactively.
No, without a doubt. Carmel definitely showing up, and that's going to be another goal for them. I like to see that. That's big.
That's huge. I mean, that's probably been the biggest question of the series is, when Carmel is down, even at the start of the series, down in games, what can they do to bring it back? And it doesn't seem like they're letting it get to them so far. Definitely keeping this game competitive, and with 1:51 left, they have all the time in the world to make this comeback.
Yeah, without a doubt. If Carmel keeps on getting the pressure that they have, I wonder from Carmel is going to lead to a Milford goal. You hate to see that, especially after such a strong showing from Carmel there for a few minutes.
That feels so bad.
Missed touch by Evil. Evil's kicking himself for that one. But there is still plenty of time left in this game, and I think that Carmel can definitely make a comeback.
If there's a positive to take from that, the only reason why that net was open was because Evil's teammate had such confidence in him that he was going to hit it that he went up for the ball. So a lot of confidence in each other still from this Carmel squad.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with confidence. As we saw in Milford, with tons of confidence, we're able to just pound in shots. And if they're able to do that again, it could be huge. And that's so unfortunate for them. And Milford just getting a few, I'm not going to say lucky goals, but just kind of open nets for them.
Yeah, again, a really quick second decision that Snoop has to make there. If it's his ball to go for when that ball bounces off the wall, he decides it's not. He thinks he has a teammate behind him, but just a little bit of a disagreement on what was supposed to happen there, and that is going to leave a hole. But again, it's just a really good job from Milford to put it away. They're definitely taking their shots.
Yeah, without a doubt. 1:20 left here. A comeback is not impossible. Patty sends it down to Jax. Jax might be able to put one in here. Gets a flick over one. Arcelus with a huge save for his team there. Looks like Evil's going to try to put this one back. Tries to put it on net. Arcelus, another great save. Snoob puts that one just a bit over the bar. Is anyone there to follow it? Jex sends it out to the corner. Zemful ends up passing it up to Snoob. Snoob, not the greatest of touches, but Evil is able to follow that one up. Gets a shot on, and that's going to be in. What a game.
Damn. Relentless from this Carmel offense. No matter how many goals they're going down by, at this point, I believe still. I really still believe there's a chance
I have
here.
full faith.
They aren't letting it get them down. They're still putting these shots away. And we even saw, a couple missed shots there right on the goal line, but they're still able to get that one in. With 56 seconds left, they need two.
Yeah, Jax here gets just outright beat by Patty in a missed touch. It looks like he got faked. Patty sends it above the crossbar. Arcelus taking this on his own, tries to send it mid to one of his teammates, but nobody is there. Jax taking a little bit of time on this ball, controls it, flicks over one, but Patty's there to get the read.
Oh my gosh.
Two of the players from Milford, they're kind of interesting.
What a pre-jump from Patty and then into the team pinch near the ceiling. That's pretty impressive to see. Pretty creative plays here coming out of Milford.
Yeah, huge teamwork from Milford. Patty, a lot of time to work with here. Maybe this could be dangerous.
Even if it doesn't result in a goal, Patty's able to waste so much time. If he gets some time alone on the ball, we've seen already in this series that he has the capability to just waste time, carry it across the whole field if he wants to. And that will be the game and the series and the tournament for Milford.
Yeah, Milford definitely the shining star team. Patty being such a high-ranked player, definitely expecting him to show up, and boy, did he in this series. Just fantastic work from both teams here. I really thought the Carmel was going to be able to bring that one back. Very, very close from them.
Yeah, definitely not anything to hold if you're on Carmel. I mean, the fact that you even came back after that 7-2 loss in Game 3 shows resilience, which is what's really important, being able to come back from a tough loss like that and keep the game competitive, which they certainly did. And, we do want to say congrats, obviously, to Milford for winning this tournament. That's really awesome that they were able to take the whole tournament without losing a series, actually. But also just congrats to all the teams that competed. It's really awesome that you guys came out here and competed, and we've really enjoyed watching all your games. We do also just want to say that if you all were a player in this event, even if you were, previously knocked out, please come to the Discord where the tournament was ran so you can, talk to the college coaches regarding, admissions, Rocket League scholarships, because I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of these players in Collegiate Rocket League in the coming years.
Yeah, without a doubt. And one more thank you to our sponsors, Audio Technica, our exclusive audio sponsor, Steel Series, our exclusive peripheral partner, Archon, our jersey provider, Gravity Gaming, our PC provider, and eFuse and Esports Ohio for making this whole event possible. It was a great event and I think a great turnout.
Definitely. We're looking forward to doing some more stuff like this in the future. We had a lot of fun casting. I'm sure the players had a lot of fun playing. And that being said, I hope you enjoyed the finals. My name's Will.
I'm John, and thanks for tuning in.
And I think that we are out.